Hello friends. Do you know which is the highest priced stock in the world? Do you know the company owning one share of which you will be called a crorepati? I bet you do. It is the company that belongs to the richest and most respected investor of the world. The person I am talking about is none other than the legendary investor Warren Buffett, and the company is Berkshire Hathaway, priced at whopping 3.47 lakhs dollar per share or rupees 2.56 crores. Today's video is about an Indian share which is closest to reach the price tag of 1 lakh rupees, the share which is closest to become a Lakh Takia share. Hi everyone, I am Ankur Jain and I heartily welcome you to the first English video of Investment Gyanshala channel, where we provide you the best content with honest intent. There had been a demand from few of the members of Investment Gyanshala family for creating videos in English, and at Investment Gyanshala, your demand is our command. Hence we have come up with the maiden English video. Hope you will enjoy it. दोस्तों, हमारे इन्वेस्टमेंट ज्ञानशाला परिवार के कुछ सदस्यों ने हमसे मांग रखी थी कि कुछ वीडियोस हम इंग्लिश में भी बनाएं। तो उनकी मांग को अपने सर आंखों पर रखते हुए हम प्रस्तुत कर रहे हैं इन्वेस्टमेंट ज्ञानशाला चैनल का पहला इंग्लिश वीडियो। इस वीडियो को देखने के पश्चात हमें कमेंट सेक्शन में जरूर बताएं कि आगे के वीडियोस आप इंग्लिश में देखना पसंद करेंगे या हिंदी में। आप लोगों के मत अनुसार ही हम आगे के वीडियोस बनाएंगे। सो व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट लक तकिया शेयर? You all know it, and the name is very obvious. The company is the biggest tire manufacturer of India, MRF. Trading at 77,571 rupees is the closest contender to become the first 1 lakh rupee share of India. But do you know MRF is not the Indian stock that have gone closest to 1 lakh rupees? What? Am I kidding? If not MRF, then which stock? In current market, there is no share which is priced even half the price of MRF. If you know the name of the share which has gone closest to 1 lakh rupees, just comment it. By the time you guess it, let's talk about the stock. This stock reached a level of 90,600 rupees on November 2010. Currently, it is trading at around 2500. Actually, the stock got split into 10 stocks in October 2012. So, if it would have not been split, the stock would be priced at 25,000 rupees. Now let's see the price of MRF. In November 2010, MRF used to trade at around 9,500, 10,000. So let's take it 10,000. And today MRF is at 77,500. Just compare the journey. One stock came down from 90,000 to 25,000 in 10 years, delivering minus 72% returns. Whereas the other stock MRF, which is the subject for today's video, rose from 10,000 to 77,000, delivering almost 670% returns. So if you have not been able to guess the name of the other stock, it is Odisha Minerals. Now, in this video about MRF, what do you think? Why I talked about Odisha Minerals? Is it just that I want to tell you that Odisha Minerals was the company that had share value closest to 1 lakh rupees? No. Actually, by telling you this, I want to tell you that there is a reason why one share shot from 10,000 to 77,000 and other got beaten from 1 lakh to 25,000. Do you know, in 2009-10, Odisha Minerals had a net profit of 74 crores, which after 10 years become a loss of 76 crores, a 200% decline. Whereas MRF used to have a profit of 354 crores in 2009-10. which have now grown to 1395 crores in 10 years, a 300% jump in profits. So today we will discuss about this great company MRF. We will discuss about its history, its milestones, its financials, its valuations, its moats, its targets, its opportunities, threats, etc. I will also discuss my view on the current market and what should be our strategy to make profit in this market. We will review the stocks that we discussed in our previous videos also, and I will give you the fresh view. Friends, since whenever I change my view or whenever I have to give you some updates, I cannot make a video every time, so I keep posting my comments on the videos. So I hope that you all are reading those comments and updating yourself with the comments. So I request you to please go through all the comments whenever you watch my video. In the coming days, please be abreast with the comments. Recently, there was the news about the unfortunate demise of the CMD of Kilpest that I shared with you on the comment section in the Kilpest video. So friends, I'm giving you the view on the Kilpest. for now, my view is that we should avoid making new positions in the Kilpest. If you're holding the positions, that's okay, but don't make any fresh investments in the Kilpest till at least the next result is out. I feel that it may touch a level of 250 on the lower side. That would be a good buying opportunity. And on the higher side, if it crosses 400, then I think we will be comfortable buying it. Friends, now I am also available on Facebook and Twitter, and I am very much active on Twitter now. And I keep posting my investment philosophies, investment quotes, investment tweets, and any update I wish to share with you, I tweet them on the Twitter. So I request you all to please follow me on the Twitter, and you can also send me requests on the Facebook too. So the link for the Facebook and the Twitter is shared in the first comment of the comment section, and the Twitter and Facebook links is also appearing on your screen. So without wasting any time, let's discuss what is my view on the markets. So I am very bullish on Indian markets from the 1 to 4 years view, and I think we are in the first quarter of the multi-year bull run. That is, we are yet to see three-fourths part of this multi-year bull run. But for the 1 to 3 months view, I'm slightly cautious on the market, and I think a small correction is pending. So a correction can be seen in the last 5-7 days of December, January, or and till 15th February we can see a correction. Now, what is the reason for this correction is we are waiting for our budget in the February. But since in last 1.5 year, government is coming every 1 to 3 months and they are making some announcements. So in this year's budget, I don't think that government has much to announce. So I think in January, the people would be expecting a lot from the government in the budget, but after the budget will be a disappointment from in the street. So I think that we are due for a correction. So I will be very cautious in the next 2 months, and as a part of my personal strategy, I will not be buying much in the next 2 months. In fact, I would be booking some profits. So let's talk about the sectors now. What sectors I am bullish on? I am very much bullish on first is the pharma sector. I am always been bullish on, and the next sector I feel will give you a very good returns in the upcoming years is the automobile sector. And for the automobile sector bull run, I think we are just at the start of that bull run. So it is a very good time to invest in automobile sector, but still in the next 2 months I will not be investing much. The third sector I think will give you very good returns is housing sector. Now, if the corona situation improves by March, I think that most of the IT guys and most of the guys who are working from home in their native places will go back to the tier 1 cities like big cities like Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, etc. So I think the housing demand from these cities will definitely improve. So after February, March, I think I would be interested in buying some good stocks from real estate sector. Friends, I am recording this video late in the Sunday night. In fact, it is Monday have been started. Now it is 21st December. So maybe I may not be able to release this video on Monday or even on the Tuesday, or you may get this video on Wednesday or Thursday. So all the figures, all the statistics, all the index, Sensex and stock price, whatever stocks we discuss is of the Friday. That is all the prices are of 18th December. So the correction I'm talking about may start on Monday or Tuesday, and you may be able to buy the stocks we discuss at the some higher price or some lower price also. Friends, due to very high price of MRF stock, there is a common notion among the public is that it is a very expensive stock. And people are found saying that it's so expensive, we cannot afford this stock, we cannot afford to invest in this stocks. So let's find out whether MRF is really expensive or is it just a myth. I explain this thing in 3 ways. First, we will talk about the size of ownership. To explain you this, I will take an example of Abbott Company. Abbott Company's market cap is around 34,377 crores. It is very near to the market cap of MRF company. So both the companies are nearly equal in size. Now, a share is a part of your ownership in a company. So when we talk about MRF, there are 42.41 lakh shares. So we can say that there are 42.41 lakhs parts of MRF which are available for buying. And when we look at Abbott, it has around 212 lakh shares outstanding. So we can say the Abbott company is divided into 212 lakh parts. So when we compare the share prices, Abbott is priced at 60,178, whereas MRF is priced at 77,571. So looking at the share price, we will feel like that MRF is very expensive. But what is the reality? So when you are buying one share of Abbott, it is 212th lakh part of Abbott. And when you are buying MRF, it is 42.41 lakh part of MRF. So if you want to own equal parts in MRF and Abbott, for MRF you will require only one share and Abbott you will be requiring around 5 shares. I hope you understand, when you buy one share of MRF, you are buying a big part of the company compared to other shares which have many shares outstanding. So now let me explain it in other ways. We will explain it in a valuation point of view. So here on the screen you can see three stocks: MRF, Adani Green and Bosch. Now the price of all the three shares are different, where MRF is looking to be the most expensive stock. Now when we see the PE valuations and PB valuations of these companies, we see that MRF is priced as around 24 PE, whereas Adani Green is priced at 623 PE and Bosch is priced at 453 PE. Now when we look at the PB valuations, that is price to book valuations, MRF is available at 2.62 times its book value, whereas Adani Green share is available at 110 times the book value and Bosch is available at 4.4 times the book value. So looking at the valuation perspective, Adani Greens and Bosch share is so expensive. They are available at hundreds of times of their earning capacity, whereas MRF is available at only 24 times of the 1 year earning. Well, I'll recommend you to watch my video on value investing. There I have explained how to value the stocks. So after viewing that video, you will be able to see a stock in the perspective of valuation rather than its price. Now let's move on to the third way of explaining this thing. You can see that MRF stocks face value is 10 rupees. iShares face value is 1 rupee and HDFC Bank's face value is 1 rupee. This means MRF has never split its stock. Its face value is 10 rupees. If MRF would have split the stock into 10 shares of face value 1, then MRF would have been priced at around 7,000 rupees. And Eicher Motors, which appears to be a stock of 2400, if its face value would have been 10 rupees, it would have been priced at 24,000. I hope it is clear to you that the notion that MRF is the most expensive stock of Indian market is just a myth. Now I'll quickly walk you through the life journey of this great company and the milestones it has achieved. MRF was started in 1946 by K.M. Memon as a toy balloon manufacturing company. In 1949, it started manufacturing latex toys, gloves, etc. In 1952, MRF ventured into manufacturing the tread rubber. What is tread rubber? Tread rubber is that rubber which interacts with the other surfaces. So a tire rolls on a surface. So that part of the tire which rolls on the surface and which interacts with the surface is called tread. In 1956, MRF became the leader in tread rubber and occupied 50% share. In 1961, MRF gone public. In 1964, it established an office in Beirut. It was its first international office. In 1967, MRF started exporting tires to US, the very birthplace of tires. In 1970, MRF opened its second plant at Kottayam. In 1978, MRF developed a heavy-duty tire for trucks, and that tire became the country's largest selling truck tire. In 1985, MRF launched Narrow Grip tires for two-wheelers and three-wheelers. In 1989, MRF launched Fun School range of toys for kids. In 1989, MRF started manufacturing paint formulations, conveyors and elevator belts. In 1997, MRF ventured into F3 cars, the cars used for racing. In 1997, MRF also launched its first T&S store. What is T&S store? That is tire and service store. We will talk about it later. In 2001, MRF won its first JD Power award and later MRF won 13 more such awards. In 2007, MRF achieved a turnover of $1 billion. In the same year, MRF launched first eco-friendly tire of India. After 4 years, MRF reached a turnover of $2 billion. In just 4 years, it doubled its turnover. In year 2012, it commissioned its ninth plant. In 2014, MRF won its sixth APRC race. In 2015, MRF breaks into Forbes India Super 50 list of best companies. In 2017, MRF jumps 5 ranks in the same list. In 2017, MRF becomes one of the top 15 tire companies of the world. Now, what will happen in the coming year? Will MRF become the first Indian stock to reach a price level of 1 lakh rupees? We will talk about this later in this video. Now let's talk about the business of the MRF company. We all know MRF as the tire manufacturing company, but that's not all. MRF manufactures many rubber products like tread rubber, tubes, flaps, toys, conveyor belts, etc. MRF is the biggest tire manufacturer of India and it is among the top 15 tire manufacturers of the world. Now let's have a look on the other businesses of MRF. I bet many of us do not know that MRF is also into the paints and coatings. At present, the paints business is very small, but the company can later scale it up. Next is MRF T&S. T&S stands for Tire and Service. Basically, T&S outlets are those outlets where not only the tire is sold, but service is also provided. What kind of services are provided? The services like wheel alignment, wheel balancing, nitrogen filling, tire repair, etc. are provided in an air-conditioned environment. Now, this service work is a very high margin business. Next is MRF Muscle Zone. MRF Muscle Zone is similar to MRF T&S. The only difference is that MRF Muscle Zone is the outlet for trucks and heavy vehicles, where these trucks and heavy vehicles tires are available, the tires are replaced and the service is provided. The same services like wheel alignment, wheel balancing, etc. Now we will look at the 18 years financial data of MRF. This data will tell you why MRF is such a great company. In last 18 years, MRF's sale is increased from 2500 crores to around 16,000 crores. That is, the sales becomes 6 times in 18 years. In last 18 years, MRF's PAT, that is profit after tax, has increased from 117 crores to 1395 crores, and that is 11 times. Now the most important thing here to note is that sale has grown 6 times in last 18 years, whereas the PAT has grown 11 times in the last 18 years. This means the profit has grown faster than the sales, almost double than the speed of the sales. In last 18 years, MRF's net worth has increased from 704 crores to 12,000 crores. That is around 17 times. This happened because of the blowback of the profits. MRF has made profit for the last 18 years. There had been no year where MRF has made a loss. When you look at last 18 years, there have never been an year when MRF have not improved its sales. Always the previous year's sales is lower than the next year's sales. Now looking at the debt position of the company, MRF has reduced its debt by around 400 crore in the financial year 2019-20. Now before we talk about the modes, threats, valuations and targets about the MRF, I would like to take a small break to thank all the subscribers of the Investment Gyanshala channel, all the subscribers, all the viewers who have been motivating us to bring a wonderful content for you. We always try to make the best content for you. And in this journey, now we are a family of more than 300 people with more than 300 subscribers. I feel highly overwhelmed and thankful to you all. Some of the recent subscribers of our channel are being named and are appearing on the screen. I would specifically like to mention the name of Mr. Jai Kishan Jadwani, who is the 300th subscriber of our channel. Thanks all. Keep showering your love and keep supporting me and keep motivating me. Now let's talk about the moats of the MRF company. For those who don't know what moat is, moat means a competitive advantage. An advantage of one company over other, an advantage of one industry over other, or one business over other. Finding company with moats help us generate better returns than other companies. So MRF deals in mainly in tires. A tire is a product that will always be used for any vehicle. So this business will never become obsolete. No matter a vehicle have to shift from BS5 to BS6, or whether it is driven by petrol, diesel or electrically driven, till time the vehicle exists, they will require tires. And in a life cycle of a vehicle, the tire will be required at least 3, 4, 5 times. Certainly there will be improvement in the products. Maybe the material used for tire can get changed or something else, but tire industry will always remain. So this is the biggest moat of tire industry, and MRF is a tire company. Second moat for MRF is its long-term relationship with original equipment manufacturers, that is automobile companies. It is preferred choice for all the companies for fitting their vehicles with the MRF tire. That is, when you buy a brand new vehicle, it comes fitted with some tires, and MRF is a supplier of preference by these OEMs. Third mode is MRF in last 18 years, as we have seen, have always reported higher sales compared to the previous year. And in last 18 years, it has always generated profits. It has always plowed back its profit into the reserves. So regular generation of cash is a big mode for MRF. Now, one mode for MRF, not related to its business but its share price, is that MRF have never split its stock, and we expect that it will not split its stock. After 1975, it has also not given any bonuses, resulting into a very high share price. Now, this very high share price will in itself will act as a moat, because only very serious investors, very well versed investors, will invest in a company of that high ticket size as MRF. So that were the modes. Now we will talk about the valuations. MRF is currently trading at price to earning multiple of 24.5. It is trading at price to book multiple of 2.62. It has 5 years average return on equity of 19.4, 5 years average return on capital employed of 23.47, that is very high. We always prefer companies with ROE and ROC more than 15%. Now, as you can see on the screen, MRF's 10-year median PE is 12.5. Last 5 years median PE is 21.3, and last 3 years median PE is 23.8. That is its median PE is expanding, which means the market may give higher PEs in the coming years for MRF. At current valuations, MRF is trading well above its 3-year median PE of 23.8. So the valuations are not cheap, but looking at the business potential, valuations are not expensive also. Now, if we look at the shareholding, FIIs and DIIs have increased their stake almost by 3%. Now let's talk about the targets of the MRF. In first 6 months of this current fiscal, MRF has recorded a profit of 424 crores. And in these 6 months, the first quarter was a washout quarter. So there was not a big contribution from that quarter. If the COVID situation would not have been there, that quarter would also have contributed well in the profits. So it would have been higher profits if there was no COVID. Now, if we analyze the earnings of last 6 months, we let us take the second quarter profit as the recurring profit. So if the second quarter profit recurs in third and fourth quarter, we will get annualized earning of MRF around 1240 crores. Now, when we compare this year profit, this fiscal profit with the last fiscal, that is FY20, MRF had posted a profit of 1395 crores in FY20. But that profit came as a result of lower provisions for taxes. MRF had made a provision of 512 crore taxes for FY19, but for FY20 the provision for taxes was around 4 crore. So if we assume that it must have made similar provisions as it made in the FY19, then the profit in FY20 comes around 900 crores. So maybe at the PE valuation time, at the PE front, or PB front, valuations of MRF looks expensive, when we compare this 900 crore profit for FY20 with our expected profit of 1240 crore for FY 2021, this is almost a 38% jump in the profit. So even if the market gives the same valuation to MRF, same PE, PEB valuations to MRF, the jump in the profit will result into a increase in share price and stock may move up to 1,07,000 by June 2021. So we are expecting it MRF to cross 1 lakh rupees target in next 6 months. So we are expecting MRF to cross 1 lakh in next 3 to 6 months. Now the valuations which we have given it are very conservative as per my estimate. Government has restricted import of tires from China. The headwinds of industries movement from BS5 to BS6 has gone now, and automobile industry is expected to grow leaps and bounds in the future. So I expect MRF must get higher PE valuations and higher price to book valuations. So my view is that MRF can also be bought at the current price for a target of more than 1 lakhs in next 6 months. For a longer term perspective, our targets are higher. We will keep updating our targets. Please see the comment section for any updates. There is a disclosure that MRF is in my portfolio. The targets, the analysis what I have done is based on my assumptions and my estimates. So please do your own analysis before making any investment decision. Now let's discuss what are the threats for MRF. The tires industry's 50% raw material is natural rubber and crude. Both the things, crude and rubbers, are very volatile and the prices keep on moving up and down. So if rubber prices and crude prices move up, there are chances that company may not be able to pass the higher cost of the raw materials to the customers. A 30-year chart of rubber prices and crude prices have been shown on your screen. In March this year, the crude went down to a record low level and rubber prices are also on a lower side from past few years. So if the crude and the rubber prices remains low, it would be highly beneficial for the MRF. Now the next threat that I perceive for MRF is actually it is not a threat but it is a negative factor which I have come across. The remuneration for the directors for FY20 had been 80 crores. I somehow personally feel that it is on the higher side. However, it is not a threat but just a negative point. So with this, we have come to an end of this video. I hope you liked the video.